Okay, we're going to take a look at the fourth race on the card at Goodwood on Tuesday, first day of glorious Goodwood, for 325. This is a 7 furlong Group 2 for 2-year-olds, 99k to the winner. Got two that we're going to back in this race around the market leaders to potentially get a bit of a result here. The market leader is Haatem at 3.75 on the back of a 6.5 length second to the potentially absolute top class City of Troy. Just got a slight feeling that this one's hit its level now, and there's a couple of others that have got scope for more that can potentially overturn it. And the two of them that we're going to be backing are the 4 Mountain Bear from the Aidan O'Brien yard, Ryan Moorup 9.0, and also the 6 Sun, the 2 Darn Hot Colt at 26.0, which looks like it has good scope for more. Just run through the form around these two firstly. Mountain Bear's the first of them, 9.0, by No Nay Never out of the Holy Roman Emperor Mare Holy Alliance, well bred. The run we want to go on is its win at Curragh when it was breaking its maiden 2 starts ago on the 30th of June. Total forgive run last start when 7th of 9 beaten 4 1/4 by Jusseur. There's form references out of that suggest he was below par that day. We just go and have a look back through the beaten brigade in his second career start when he broke his maiden. The form stacks up pretty good out of that. The second horse home, well bred by Churchill out of a Beta Breath mare. The third horse home then came out and won next start after running second on debut to the Liffey. Good form references. The fourth horse out of it was only beaten 5 3/4 by Unquestionable the start prior, with Natural Improvement then beaten 3 by Mountain Bear. Now, if we go and have a look at the form back through Unquestionable, with Cortez Bay improving naturally off its debut run into its second run, 3 lengths of Mountain Bear, there's good form to suggest around Mountain Bear that that's a line that stacks up equal with Unquestionable, and Unquestionable is a Wootton Bassett colt from the Aidan O'Brien yard as well, which then ran second to Buccaneero Furt at the Curragh in a good Group 2 race, where the two of them, both Wootton Bassett colts, put a big margin on third back to His Majesty, 4 1/4 back to His Majesty in third, suggesting that the form coming out of that Cortez Bay form line back to Unquestionable suggests that Mountain Bear's Group 2 on the make with good scope for more. So we're prepared to take that on face value. The fifth horse home, very well bred by Uncle Mo out of a Monsoon mare from the Aidan O'Brien yard as well, beaten 3 3/4. The sixth horse home, another well bred one by Star Spangled Banner out of a Dutch Heart mare. And the seventh horse home, also on debut, from the Harrington yard by Kodiak out of a Camford Cliffs mare. So everything out of that maiden win of Mountain Bear at the Curragh on the 30th of June suggests that it's potential high-class group horse on the make. And with a few other Aidan O'Brien trained horses well back in the field, you got a feeling that the yard have got a good handle on how good Mountain Bear is, and that it could be subject to a fair bit of scope for improvement. So the 9.0 that they're going to bet in the Vintage Stakes in the 325 is pretty good value. And that value is created by the last start failure behind Jusseur. The second one that we're going to be backing is the 6 Sun, the 2 Darn Hot Colt. Underrated size, starting to get a few good runners now towards the back end of the season. The second career start at Newbury, where it broke its maiden in a Class 4 2-year-old maiden over Soldier's Gold by 2 1/4, is the run that we want to go on. Then went to Newmarket and was beaten 10 lengths behind City of Troy in the same race that Haatem come through, which was 6.5 lengths off. But just got a feeling that there's more to come from City of Troy, and that 10-length fifth was a little bit below its best. If we go off its maiden, if we go off its win the start prior, there's some form lines out of this race that suggest that $26 or 26.0 that's being bet is big overs. The second horse home by Soldier's Call then come out and won its next 2 on end at Carlisle and Ascot. The third horse home was on debut, well bred by Magna Grecia out of an Acclamation mare. The fourth horse home then was beaten 1.25 by Snellen, and then won its next start by 5.5 at Salisbury. The line back to Snellen, putting Sun 2 to 3 lengths in front of Snellen, reads very well. If we go and have a look at the form through Snellen, Snellen's won both its starts, won the start prior as well, where it knocked off Anna Riley. But the form a little bit further back to Pearls and Rubies, Golden Mind and Odyssey, suggesting that this one, Sun, is a couple of lengths above Odyssey, 3 lengths above Odyssey through Snellen, suggests that it's really only about 5 to 6 lengths off City of Troy, which franks the line of thought, suggesting that the 10-length defeat to City of Troy was below par. So taking that on face value, that 26.0 starts to look pretty good value. The 5th horse home in Sun's maiden win by Sioux Nation out of an Archie Panko mare, well bred. And the 6th horse home behind Sun then was only beaten 3/4 of a length by Keep Warm. But the start prior behind Fallen Angel is another good form reference to suggest that this one is potentially stakes quality on the make, a too darn hot filly. So there's numerous form references coming out of the second career start win of Sun to suggest that that third career start, when it was beaten 10 lengths in the Group 2 at Newmarket, was below par and it's got good scope for improvement. So on those form lines, from a form perspective, good hidden merit about both of these two to potentially overturn the favourite in the race, Haatem, which looks exposed now with not much scope for more after being 2 3/4 off River Tiber and 6.5 off City of Troy. We can back both Mountain Bear 9.0 on an each-way basis and Sun 26.0 on an each-way basis, potentially to overturn the more fancied market rivals in this race. That is a 3:25 at Goodwood, race 4 on the card. First day of Glorious Goodwood on Tuesday, the 1st of August. Thanks.